We'll go ahead and jump right in. So welcome everyone. I see some folks still dialing in here, but welcome to the Q3 Champion Connect. My name is Liz Stratch. For many of you, you may know and recognize my face, but I know that we also have a lot of new champions just joining this time of year as well, so welcome. We are growing, which is really exciting. So thank you all for serving as a Healthy at Hopkins champion. We know that looks different for everyone, and we are just grateful that you are doing all of the activities and initiatives and communications that you do. As a reminder, we currently have 31 champions at Bayview. Woohoo! That is a big increase from previous years, so we are very excited about that. And our network of passionate individuals is growing each quarter. So please encourage any fellow colleagues who are interested to apply. As a reminder, the champion kind of position there is incentivized. So if you do have some colleagues who are looking for a few extra points and are really passionate, again, please encourage them to apply. So Q3 is all about stress management. And with our theme, which is breathe more, stress less, keep the pressure down, we wanted to start things off and take a moment to share either on the chat or on the Champion Hub what your favorite way to manage stress is. So again, go ahead and utilize that chat feature if you are willing to share what your favorite way to manage stress is. And I will just jump in here. My favorite way is to exercise. So whether that is walking, talking, doing yoga, running, any sort of physical activity really makes me feel less stressed. Wonderful. I see some other responses coming in here. Yoga, definitely. Other examples. Wonderful. Kind of getting lost in some of the TV or movies there. Wonderful. Yeah, definitely. So a couple of other examples, and they may come up here as well, but deep breathing is a really common one. Talking and sharing your emotions, feelings with friends, a close friend or family members, etc. A lot of times listening to music, dancing, all of those things are really great ways to help manage stress. So a reminder that our goal is to invest in and reward healthy lifestyles, professional development, mentoring, and the advancement of JHM's people. So Healthy at Hopkins as a whole assists employees in being more involved in personally managing their own mental, physical, and emotional health. Ultimately, our mission is to help you all take charge of your own health and pass that forward. We are here to help you as champions set and reach your own health and wellness goals, and again, in turn, be able to help and support your fellow colleagues. Our main goal for you right now is to be able to know, understand, and be comfortable with your role as a champion. And again, that is going to be kind of an evolutionary phase here. So even if you've been a champion for a few years now or are brand new, please don't be afraid to ask any clarifying questions about what that role is. We're here to support you, okay? We encourage champions to support Healthy Hopkins initiatives by offering on-the-ground support, bringing education, resources, communications, and activities directly to their department, unit, or location. If you need a refresher, the role overview flyer can be found in the welcome email you received when you were onboarded, and as well can be found on the Champion Hub. So again, lots of different places that you can access this. If you're unsure, ask a fellow champion, or as always, please feel free to reach out to myself or someone else on the Hopkins team. So before we jump into our Q3 theme and resources and all that good jazz, we do want to take a moment to just debrief on the 2019 Race the Globe Steps Challenge. So your feedback is really important to us, especially when it comes to shaping the challenge and thinking of things for next year. So before we ask any feedback about the specific challenge, we'd like to get everyone thinking just about how many steps all participants across all entities logged. And just as a quick reminder, this was shared as in a wrap-up kind of communication at the end of Race the Globe. But about how many steps do you think it would be to walk from Baltimore to the West Coast 104 times? We have a couple of choices there, multiple choice. A, close to, oh goodness, 600 million. B, about 400. C, 300. Or D, only close to 1 million. So again, if you are dialed in here, please send your guesses in via the chat feature there. Kind of a quick estimation there on your geographical knowledge. Absolutely. Yeah, so we see some really great guesses in. I see B, C, C. Wonderful. Yeah, and the answer is actually A, close to 600 million. All participating entities, so everyone who participated, logged a grand total of 584, 977, 971 steps. That is a lot of steps. And this, again, this was shared in the winner's announcement. So maybe kind of in the middle there between A and B. So you may also recall that there was a participant feedback survey that was sent out at the end of the challenge. If you didn't get a chance to share any successes or insights, suggestions, etc. throughout the survey, we encourage you to still do this. Share any thoughts. You have the opportunity, as always, to email us or email our customer care team any of these components. So if you have any feedback or suggestions or anything you'd like to share, please feel free to still send that in. So what did you enjoy? Any barriers? Did you feel supported both from management as well as from the Healthy at Hopkins team? How could we encourage participation? Is there a different type of challenge that you might be interested, or anything else that you might want to share with us? So again, if you have any of those feedbacks, please feel free to send our way. Alrighty, so as we mentioned, our focus this quarter is stress management, and in your Q3 toolkit, you'll find a variety of education and resources on how to reduce and manage stress all summer long. So what is in the toolkit? As a reminder, the Q3 toolkit is posted on the Champion Hub and includes all of the resources you need to promote stress management this quarter. The toolkit has been shared as well with our on-site contacts, so here at Bayview, as well as managers and employees who have individually reached out and inquired about on-site events. In the toolkit, we have the resource guide, which serves as a great kind of one-page, one-stop shop to learn all about the things that Healthy at Hopkins is offering in Q3. This will contain the information about live webinars, dates and times, any scheduled on-site events that we have going on, portal resources, as well as some of the EHP activities. And as a reminder, EHP, several of the activities are incentivized, so it's a great kind of just plug there for the rewards program. You may also find the July, August, and September wellness monthlies, and that can be found in the toolkit. These resources are great to print, post, and maybe email, distribute if you are able to within your workspace. And a lot of them are really actionable, so you can challenge your colleagues to try out some of the tips or the workouts that are provided. So in July, you'll notice this is the Stress Less for Heart Health. August, we have a Breathe for Better Health, as well as a breathing activity. And then in September, we have our Revive Your Resiliency. Also included in the toolkit are the 3 webinar flyers that are offered this quarter. So again, these you can either email out, print out, post somewhere, or simply just share via word of mouth. July, this month, we have Sidelining Stress, Tips for Tools and Stress Relief. A quick reminder that this webinar is incentivized and is worth 35 points in the annual rewards program. There are 2 more opportunities this month in order to dial in and attend the live webinar version. One happening this coming Friday, and then the following Tuesday. If you cannot, or your employees and colleagues cannot attend, as a reminder, all of these are recorded and we will share them on the portal. So they're still able to earn those 35 points even if they can't attend the live version. Just listen to the recording and complete the quiz questions on the portal. In August, we have a Sleep Well, the importance of rest and recovery for wellness. We also have in September the Clinical Depression Prevention, Identification, and Treatment. You may have remember or kind of jog your memory there that this webinar, we did offer it last year and we are kind of revamping it and offering it again in partnership with My Support, which was previously called SASAC, and was one of the most well-attended webinars last year. So again, if you're interested in that, just kind of have that on your radar for September. You also have received the July monthly roadmap that has a brainstorm of sample activities and resources to share with your colleagues. And just out of curiosity, if anyone has had a chance to try the belly basics, breathing activity on the Champion Checklist idea, we'd love to know how that went. Did you find it helpful? Are those types of resources something that we should continue including in the future? So just as a reminder, that is what is on the screen here. It's a quick video, about 3 minutes in length, that we are encouraging folks to either share with their employees, maybe start a staff meeting, monthly staff meeting with this, just to kind of really jump into that breathing activity. What we have found for those who have participated, they seem to experience more calm, their thoughts and their brain seems a little bit more clear, they're a little bit more focused. And as a reminder, this was in the July monthly roadmap. We'll be sending out the August and September roadmaps in the coming months that will also contain similar kind of stress management resources and tangible activities. Additionally, we called out in the July monthly roadmap the Champion Hub, and just wanted to share a brief reminder about the Champion Hub. We encourage champions to continue to post discussions, share ideas, as well as connect with each other. So as a reminder, the Champion Hub serves almost as a social media platform just for Hopkins champions. You can chat with champions from another entity or a different location, swap ideas, share something that was successful, or even ask for a little bit of brainstorming help if you're struggling to get an activity up off the ground. And again, these are champions from the Maryland community, the DC community, and even some of the champions from Florida. So really kind of a good mix there. A reminder that all the resources that we touched on previously, so the roadmap, the Champion Toolkit, the Q3 Toolkit, the Champion Role Overview Flyer, all of those are available on the Hub. So if you can't find your email that was sent in, just log on and do a quick resource search. It's there on the left-hand side. You can find all of those resources on the hub. Additionally, if you are having any difficulties setting up your account or accessing your account, please don't hesitate to reach out. We can help either reset the password for you or kind of dig in a little bit deeper to see why that's not working. Again, please take the time, enjoy and explore that Champion Hub there. Some of the things that have been shared on the Champion Hub, we just wanted to share a quick sample, but they are really inspirational. So we've seen folks share helpful tips on how to stay healthy, and that could be meal prepping, staying active with children or pets specifically. We had one champion from JHBMC post a lap challenge. This was during Race the Globe, and they encouraged staff and providers to walk one lap around the building and parking lot during lunch in order to get more steps. We also had a champion from JHH share what they did for National Get Fit, Don't Sit Day, where she encouraged team members to meet up and walk around the hospital loop downtown. She shared that it was fast, rejuvenating, and everyone seemed to have a really good time. And then we also have had folks from JHBP share that they are hosting a lunchtime yoga session, just a 5-minute gentle yoga to help encourage healthy habits. So again, just some really great ideas that are being shared on there, and I would encourage you to hop on there and share something that you have done, or reach out to folks and maybe implement something that looks interesting. As a reminder, the department menu can be found on your monthly roadmap as well. We have a variety of offerings that can help your team or department reduce or manage stress, And that includes offering potentially the sidelining stress webinar seminar as an on-site seminar in person, and employees would receive 35 points simply for attending in person. We also have some really great progressive muscle relaxation activities, meditation workshops, as well as some yoga sequences. So if any of those stress management activities sound appealing or something that you would like to offer quick during, again, a staff meeting, please feel free to check out the Department Wellbeing menu. It can be found on the yellow Wellbeing Program button, and then scrolling down to the bottom of the page there under the Resources tab. We do want to highlight that we did just send out the champion check-in, and we asked many champions what exactly they would like to see or gain from the program. And we had some really great feedback, especially around what they were exactly supposed to be doing. So we appreciate anything and everything that you can do, such as posting resources on the bulletin board, starting a challenge within your group, or adding Healthy at Hopkins to your agenda items. But several of you have said that time is, precious, and we understand that sometimes organizing a larger activity or initiative is just not happening at the moment. And in that case, we would ask that you utilize this Department Wellbeing menu if possible. Simply submit the request, and then Healthy at Hopkins can come to your team and do all of the work for you. Finally, a friendly reminder of the annual rewards program, and that we have officially passed the halfway point. There are some activities that will be available starting in August and September, some new activities. So please be mindful if the dates are listed below each activity. Just to highlight some of the activities that will become available throughout this quarter, that includes, as we mentioned, the Sidelining Stress Live webinar that is recorded, or you can attend the live session. The Stress Less Workday seminar, again, that is an EHP offering. Make sure that you check the portal for upcoming dates and times. We also have the Assess Your Stress questionnaire that is coming August 1, the Cultural Health Survey, also coming August 1, and both of those are very quick. Both are worth 50 points. And you can simply just, I believe it's like 5 or 10 questions just to run through those and answer them. They are very quick and also very informative and helpful for us. And then finally, we have the second Share Your Wellbeing Success Story coming August 1. Remember, there are 2 opportunities to share your wellbeing success story throughout the year. The first one was January through the end of July, and then the second opportunity will be coming August 1 through the end of the program, being November 15th. The stress management plays an important role in helping to improve or maintain a normal blood pressure, which again is the overarching theme for this year's program. We aim to develop or fine-tune your stress management strategies and techniques for good mental and physical health. I know that we have mentioned this previously, but a quick reminder that champions also now have the opportunity to earn up to 75 points in the 2019 Healthy at Hopkins program, simply for being an active champion. Again, you can find what activities are equivalent to what point values on the portal. If you have created or updated your bio, attending the Connect, so what we are listening to right now. So again, all of you on the call today will receive points simply for attending. Engagement pieces, so if you have offered any of these activities or sent out a communication, you can submit that for points. You have there worth 5 points each. And that is how you submit them is linked on the monthly roadmap. So check out that July monthly roadmap. It's going to be down towards the very bottom of the page there. And then lastly, our check-ins, which is where we gather a lot of our feedback. We send out 2 throughout the year. We just sent the midway check-in, and that is closed, just as a reminder, so that is no longer available for points. You do have another opportunity coming at the end of the year. And again, we do really ask champions to provide any sort of feedback, both positive and negative, because it does give us an opportunity to kind of think through planning next year's program. And speaking of the midway check-in, we noticed that many of the responses that champions are expressing and are concerned about is helping employees get the 500 points by the November 15th date. So first, please note that for an employee, in order to complete the rewards program, they should begin working on it no later than the week of October 14th. So that is 10/14. So even if they are new employees just joining now, or they haven't started up until this point, they still have plenty of time to complete those activities and still get that 500 points. The very last day that they can start working on the rewards program, again, is October 14th. And that is simply so that they have sufficient time to complete the program. Some of you may know that many of the activities are kind of paced out, and so we just want to make sure that there is plenty of time to complete each of them. You'll notice on this slide, you will see a list of activities that they will be able to complete at this time in order to achieve the 500 points. So just quickly wanted to run down through these. We do have the off-site verification form, and that is available for any employee, whether they are EHP members or not. And this is worth 200 points. If they have already participated in these on-site blood pressure screenings, then they have those 200 points and they don't have to complete this. We have our Intro to Stress Management workshop. This is a 2-week workshop, and it does take a full 2 weeks to complete. The workshops are paced in such a way that you have to complete all of the activities, wait 7 days, and then the next week's activities will populate. So it truly does take a full 2 weeks. Thirdly, we have listening to all 3 incentivized webinars. They're worth 35 points each. And just as a reminder, if they are listening to the recorded version of the webinars, they do have to complete the 5 quiz questions associated with them to earn the points. And then some of the pieces that we have previously mentioned are coming available this quarter. We have the Assess Your Stress Questionnaire, Culture of Health Survey, the personal health assessment that will be available in September, the success story, and then finally either the workout log or the steps log, so choosing which one works there. Again, if anybody has questions about how to kind of help guide other employees, what they're asking, please feel free to reach out. I'm happy to send this slide out, and so that way they have kind of a checklist they can go right down through. So again, please just let me know on that. Wonderful, and I know that we are coming here close to time. I just wanted to give the opportunity for anyone to share any questions that they may have. I will go ahead and unmute you all. I know that sometimes it's easier to share a question, ask a question verbally, but I will go ahead and unmute you all. If we do get some feedback, I may have to mute us again just so that way we can save our ears. But again, please feel free to utilize the chat feature there, or go ahead and ask your question verbally. I don't hear anybody jumping up, asking any questions. Wonderful. Again, please feel free to send any questions my way, either in the chat section here or via email afterwards. That is all we have for today, so thank you all for joining. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great weekend coming up here. Stay cool, stay hydrated.